So we talk about stocks 101, man. We talking about understanding that is, so we understand that we put our money in a bank, right? And the bank gives us nothing on that, right? And so for me, investing in the stock market was a way for me to say, how do I do two things? One, gain ownership in businesses that I know and love, and two, make my money grow for me, right? So let's talk about just from the beginning, right? One of the questions people often ask me is like, Trap, like, what are the best brokerage accounts? Like, let's just start there, right? Because you can't even invest in the market if you don't have an account, right? So let's start there. And here's one of the things that I learned on the journey. Like many of our people really never even had bank accounts, like not even bank accounts, right? So let's start with, let's just have a brokerage account. And so one of the things people ask is like, what are the best ones to have? So let's start there, right? So of course, a lot of people will go with the TD Ameritrade. I mean, we'll go with the Robinhoods or the M1 Finances, right? And these are good. These are cool, but they don't offer a lot of other things that you would need to get in the game and learn a lot of things. So even if you went on Robinhood, you'll see that it's missing over 1,000 stocks, right? That you can't be a part of. Like one of my favorites that I own is LVMH, or you can get it under LVMUY. I can't hear you say something, Rashad. Oh,
no, you good. You good.
All right, and you can't even get it on Robinhood, right? So I preferably, now I'm not an advocate for none of these. I'm not getting paid for none of these. But I like TD Ameritrade. I like TD Ameritrade because they give you so many different tools, so many updates, so many updated information, so much updated information. Also, what happens with Robinhood is if you may not notice it, but if you looked at TD Ameritrade and you looked at Robinhood, the prices would be different. So Robinhood has a lag and they get paid for that, right? They're getting paid for that split, right? And what happens is you're buying it at a higher price on Robinhood than you would on a TD Ameritrade, on an E-Trade, where you're getting those real-time results, right? And so that's what Robinhood is actually making money at. So you think it's free, but you're paying for it. You're paying for it with everything every time you buy something, you're paying for that, right? And so that's something that people don't even much know. So I will always tell people, again, make the switch over to TD Ameritrade, E-Trade, Charles Schwab, Fidelity, right? Because of that factor. One, the real-time trades, the real-time investments, but also more access to information. Like you can go on TD Ameritrade and you can, when you buy a company, excuse me, y'all, I didn't mean to hear that, but like when you buy a company, immediately you start getting reports of that company. Everything that company does, they immediately just start sending you reports on what that company is doing, right? So now you don't have to look for when the earnings report is. You're automatically going to get into it. Soon as that company has a voting situation, you're automatically going to get that information, right? And I want you to understand something too. Like we're not just buying stocks, we're actually buying part ownership in a company, y'all. Like, let's understand that. We're not just buying stocks. We're not just buying a piece of paper or a digital piece. We're actually buying part ownership in a business where we're entitled to profits and assets that company has. Like we're entitled to that, right? Also, what I don't like about the Robinhood is anytime I'm dealing with my money, I want to be able to talk to somebody. I don't have to email you, because you don't understand the frustration or you don't understand my concern with what I got going on, right? And again, I'm not saying like don't do Robinhood at all. I'm just saying there are better avenues when you want to take this serious. Like me, I don't take my money for fake and I don't take my money to play with. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to be with somebody. If I have an issue, I can get on the phone and call TD Ameritrade. I can get on the phone and call E-Trade. I can get on the phone and call Charles Schwab and talk to somebody about something that's going on. Whereas with Robinhood, you got to email somebody, and that's kind of not my strong point. So let's understand that first.
Appreciate you guys. I've been
watching you guys every night you came on, try to put on my fam to it too.
That's dope. Appreciate you, bro.
So for sure, Trapper, I paid you some money too. I got your first couple steps off your joint too. I spread money out. So I got a couple things. I'm a new like this. I don't want to brag or nothing, but I'm a newly found 6-figure type of dude. So I'm trying to figure out what I can do with my money because it don't do nothing for me just sitting there. So I got a lot of friends that's been doing a little day trading. My pops do some trading, but I don't understand what the hell they be talking about. So my question is, if I'm getting started, I got about 5 to 6 grand in there already spread out between some Bitcoin, some Apple shares, some basic stuff. But what I really want to do, I've been listening to Ian and I've been listening to you guys. I want to structure it so that I can start replacing my income with it. Mm-hmm. What's a good way for me as somebody that doesn't really know too much, a safe way for me to get in, and how much would it cost to start generating some residual, like $100 a day type of thing?
So you got to look for a few things, right? So now if you're trying to do that, you want to get into trading. You don't really want to get into investing. If you're trying to just start generating money ASAP, right? So one of the things I would do is say, and I tell everybody this, like, and you heard Troy say at the beginning, like Wall Street looks like us now, right? So there's unlimited things that you can do. One of the things what I would say, because you're a 6-figure earner, salute to that and be thankful for that, right? Just even be able to see that. One of the things you want to start doing is learning the fundamentals so you can start having your money work for you first and foremost, right? And because once you learn the fundamentals, now while you're learning the fundamentals, then you can try to get it, then you can get into trading. I have no problem with people day trading. I have no problem with people getting into options. I have no problem with any of that. But I think you should learn the fundamentals of buy and hold first, and then start getting into that trading thing. And when it comes to generating money, it's not solely up to you, right? Everybody is different. So I can tell you some days I've opened my options account and I've made $60,000, right? And some days I've opened it up and I've made $1,400, right? And so it depends on the actual trade you're making. It depends on the position you have. It also depends on how much you have in there, right? So everything is not a cookie cutter answer, and I don't want to feel like I could just give you one answer that'll fit that. I will say start with buy and hold, start with understanding that. You see your posses in trading, like while you got your money working for you doing that, let's say you got $6,000, right? That's the number you said. Take $4,000 and put it in buy and hold, and then take the $2,000 and learn how to trade with.
Gotcha.
And that'll help you, because what happens is you understand that the 2,000, that's your learning money, right? And take your time, learn it, understand as you go. I will tell you this, when you get into trading, be patient, don't rush, and don't take what's there. Don't make it out what you want it to be. Take what's there. One of the things that happen when people at these options are, they start saying, this is what I think it's going to be. This is not. Take what's there and move from there, bro.
My graduates from my school being Forbes, bag drop.
Bag drop.
A mic drop, bag drop.
Bag drop.